What if everything you thought you knew about one of the most famous figures in history was wrong? For centuries, images of Moses have been portrayed as a white man, with European depiction born of historical bias, obscures a more ancient truth.
And here's the question no one asks. How could a man raised in ancient Africa look European? And more importantly, why has the image of Moses been changed?
In this video, we'll uncover history, geography, scripture, and hidden truths to answer one bold question. Was Moses really white, or has history been rewritten?
Let's start with facts, not opinions. Moses was born in ancient Egypt, one of the greatest civilizations in Africa. Ancient Egypt was not Europe. It was located in Africa, surrounded by African cultures and people. The Bible tells us that Moses was raised in Pharaoh's palace. That means he lived among Egyptians.
Now ask yourself, what did ancient Egyptians look like?
Historical records, wall paintings, and mummies show people with brown to dark skin tones, African features, and tightly coiled or curly hair.
Even ancient historians like Herodotus described Egyptians as having dark skin and woolly hair. So if Moses was raised as an Egyptian, why is he always shown as European? Let's go deeper into scripture. The Bible never describes Moses as white, but it does give clues. In the book of Exodus, Moses is mistaken for an Egyptian by others. That means he looked like an Egyptian. Moses married a woman described as a Cushite. Cush refers to regions in modern-day Sudan and parts of Africa, known for darker-skinned people. In Numbers 12:1, Moses' wife is specifically called a Cushite woman. And here's the powerful part. When Moses' siblings criticized him for marrying her, God punished them, not Moses. That tells us something important. There was no issue with Moses being connected to African people.
So if history and scripture don't describe Moses as white, where did the white image come from?
The answer lies in Europe. During the rise of Christianity in Europe, especially in the time of the Renaissance, one of the most famous depictions of Moses was created by Michelangelo. His sculpture shows Moses as a European man. Why? Because artists painted what they knew and what their society accepted. Over time, these images spread across churches, books, and media, and slowly, the original identity was replaced. This wasn't just about art. It shaped how people saw religion, history, and even themselves. Now comes the controversial question. Was this just artistic interpretation or something deeper? During periods like colonialism and the transatlantic slave trade, European powers dominated much of the world, including Africa. Portraying biblical figures as white reinforced a narrative that power, divinity, and authority looked European.
This had psychological effects. If God's prophets looked like one group, what does that imply about others? Some scholars argue this was not accidental, but part of a larger system of control. Others say it was simply cultural bias. But one thing is clear: the image of Moses we see today is not based on historical evidence.
So why does this matter? Because representation shapes identity. Moses.
If historical figures are misrepresented, entire cultures can be erased from their own stories.
Understanding the true context of figures like Moses helps restore balance to history. It doesn't change faith, it deepens understanding.
Moses' story is powerful, not because of how he looked, but because of what he did. So, was Moses white? History says unlikely. Geography says no. Scripture gives clues pointing elsewhere.
But the final question is yours. Why do you think this image was changed? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
And if you want more hidden history like this, subscribe now, because the truth is often deeper than we're told.